Hello everyone. My name is Laqshika and I'm a 6 times recommended candidate from CDS entry, FCAT entry and NCC entry. Well, I'm here back on this amazing Officers Mind platform which is grooming our future leaders and helping them with the recommendations. Well, I hope that you all are really doing well and preparing hard, for the SSBs because it requires a lot of work on yourself and a lot of dedication and discipline. So please just keep going and keep doing it no matter what, no matter how many times you get screened out or convinced out. Well, please do not get disheartened by these because if you are dedicated and disciplined, you'll definitely reach your goal. And I am here, we all are here on this amazing platform to, take you to that step of recommendation and finally getting merit in and going to the academy and becoming great leaders. So today I am on this. I've come up with this new video, and this has been requested by many candidates. So I decided, okay, let me clear this query once and for all. And I will be talking here about the value and the importance of current affairs in your GK or a GK part in your interview while your 5-day process of SSB. Well, let me tell you that you are being tested for effective intelligence, for your adaptability skills, for so many OLQs, 15 OLQ qualities, and all are pertaining to your intellectual levels. So, current affairs and GK part is very, very relevant throughout this SSB process because you are being asked GK not only in your interview round but also during your GTOs as well. If the GTO is really interested and you have an interesting PIQ form, he'll definitely go into some part of GK as well. Well, this has happened with me, so let me tell you, don't take any chances. Before telling you about what is the process of this current affairs and what importance that does it hold and how much you should work hard on that, how much time should you devote every day, let me tell you that you should not leave any stone unturned. Let me tell you, there is a lot of competition, and in the pandemic the competition has not decreased but it has increased manifold times. When you look at entries like CDS, when you look at entries like FCAT, there are people who are coming from backgrounds of UPSC preparation. When you talk about UPSC preparation, I'll tell you they are very strong with respect to the international relations. They have strong hold of their GK part, strong hold of their comprehensive skills. They can easily articulate and manipulate many words because they are used to writing, used to reading and studying a lot. So please, if you really want to if you don't want to leave any corner unconquered of this preparation of SSB, please work hard on your GK aspect. It's very essential that you prepare your current affairs section really well because I'll give you a quick pointer here that if your interviewing officer is grilling you on GK part, if he's asking you too many questions according to pertaining to your trade or the world or the international affairs or the national affairs, let me tell you, he's really interested in getting you recommended because these questions hold extra points in your recommendation. And if there's a minimum marks, say 88 marks are required to get qualified in your SSB, and you are making 86. So if you are really good in the GK part and you're really good at your the skills of competency and competitiveness, you might score 2 marks extra and you might get recommended. This is especially for male candidates because you only have to get recommended. There is not much scene of getting merit out. But for lady candidates, let me tell you, work hard, and not only on your written exam but as well on your SSB while you're preparing for your interview part of your SSB and in current affairs forms an integral part because the interviewing officer will be grilling you on that, be it fresher or be it repeater. You are never going to land up again without GK questions because I have given 6 SSBs and out of 6 on 6 I was asked GK and current affairs and world affairs. So please work hard. So let me tell you now, start with that. What does current affairs actually, on what part of your graduation degree, or what are the aspects on which these questions depend? Well, it depends firstly on the interviewing officer, like who is he and what kind of mood he is in, and what kind of personality you're portraying there, and what is your graduation, and he has certain set of questions in his mind that he's going to ask you. So that depends upon the interviewing officer to a very 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 large extent. So he will be asking you questions definitely, like we all know that he will be asking you five national and five international current affairs. So you know that it's going to come up, right? So why not to go well prepared and well versed. Now please, for this you will have to read newspapers. And if you're not reading newspapers, go for analysis on YouTube of various newspapers, be it the Hindu, the Indian Express, or any newspaper, whatever you like, and make notes. Read them thoroughly and read them aloud. Because the more you read, the more you learn, the more you're going to remember there what to say. Okay, and you can even learn few, factual points. It will be really helpful and will really impress the interviewing officer. See, choosing what to read is very important, what kind of news you are really interested in. And I'll give you a very common example here. Like if you're an economics student, okay, it's very important for you to look for news that is related to economics, because with that you can relate, right? So you can go with the news of the market, stock market, and whatever's going on in the economic front, and which includes the GDP growth, the various factors which are being calculated in economics. So go through that, repo rate, reverse repo rate, whatever is going right now in the RBI. Okay, you can go through that and you can make a news on that. This will give you an edge over what others can't do, because if you take a news which is not related to your subject, of course you might land up fumbling, or you might not answer the question really well. Secondly, it's very important for you to be precise with your current affairs. You need not to be verbose. Don't write an essay on that. Don't start that any discussion over it. You just have to tell a few points on the news, and let's see what window you're giving. According to that, interviewing officer will be asking. I'll give you my personal experience. uh, it was a time when there were Amazon fires. Okay, so I'm a BSc honors in forestry. My graduation is in forestry. My post graduation is also related to wood. So I'm well versed with the forest situation, and I'm well versed with this concept of forestry. So I was very happy to read about the news of Amazon, though it was saddening on one part. But yes, I was happy that I can tackle the questions when it comes to Amazon forest. So I deliberately gave the news there that yes, these forests are on fire. He asked me the location of the Amazon forest. He asked me the neighboring countries. He asked me the neighboring seas, and well, that was all I had already studied. So it was not at all a problem for me. So this is how you can play smartly with the news, taking news according to your subject. And please read up thoroughly about the places in news, because he will be asking you about the geographical locations and the capitals, whatever he feels like he can ask, because the interviewing officers are really interested in geography of the world rather than politics. They will be asking you geography, various seas, straits, gulfs, and ports, everything. And if it is related to India, definitely it will form a very good question for him. You can always choose topics. This is one more pointer I'm adding here, which are common, like South China Sea issue is forever, like, okay, so you can always say कि sir South China Sea में तो sir विवाद चल ही रहा है. So you should know which countries are involved in disputes. Okay, and you can read about all those, and of course the location of the different countries and whatever seas are located there, which are the islands which are disputed there. Okay, so please go through that thoroughly, and you can prepare this news anytime, anywhere. It is always current, because China is always poking its nose. So you can always take these details. So this is very important for you to analyze and to understand what kind of news to take in and not to take and not to. So be careful and really work hard on this aspect. I will recommend you to at least study 2 hours. At least 2 hours you should give to newspaper reading, making notes, and speaking in front of the mirror and asking questions to yourself, and reading the maps and geography. It is really helpful. It will not only help you in the interview, but otherwise also you'll become more aware of your surroundings and more confident, and you'll be able to tackle the questions really well. So this is very important for you to prepare. I think current affairs has a really good weightage, and you should never ignore it. But I will say, if you do not know the answer, I'm repeating, if you do not know the answer, do not beat around the bush. Listen to the interviewing officer very carefully. What is he asking? If you know it, say, yes sir, I do know it, and so is the answer. And if you do not know the answer, please straight away say, sir, I'm sorry, I do not know it right now, but whenever I'll meet you next time, if you ask me the next time, I'll make sure I have the answer to your question. So please prepare accordingly. So keep doing well and keep working hard. Please devote your time to newspapers. I'll say it again, it's very important for you to be currently aware, especially in this pandemic situations, what all is going around the world, politics as well as in the geography, what China is doing, what Pakistan is doing, what US is doing. These are the major powers, and what other pacts we have formed with them. These are very essential. Please go through them, and do not leave anything unturned, because the competition is huge and you have to stand out. That is what you have to do. You have to stand out, and you have to put in your 100,000%, whatever you have. Just don't give up, and don't be lazy, and be disciplined, and only that can take you to that road of path of success of recommendation, becoming an officer in Indian Armed Forces. So okay, good luck guys, and I'll take my leave. And if you have any queries, you can please comment and ask me whatever you feel like. I'll put my best effort to clear your doubts. And please do not think you're alone in this. We are there to help you, and we'll be there for you to get